Hello, energy! You probably saw me rocking this look in the previous Girl What We Think episode on age gaps. But today, welcome to Girl What You Think. And today we're going to do...
PJ edition.
Oh, I thought you said BJ's.
No,
Pajama.
PJ's. Pajama
Yes.
edition. It's bedtime.
It's bedtime, y'all, because we have a busy life. And now...
Well, one of us has a busy life.
Well, we will eventually both have busy lives. And we are recording at night tonight. And this is, I already said, Girl, What You Think with Angela. And today's topic is friendships, requested by one of our listeners. Our number one fan.
Number one fan.
Okay, so today we're going to do two parts of this friendship gig here, where we're going to talk about, just friendships in general, and then we're going to do part 2, friendships with people you're attracted to, or people who may be attracted to you, which is a whole little, fine line of friendship and being friends with your exes and what that entails. Okay, so, Hannah, friendships. Healthy friendships, best friendships, friendships with your dog, friendships with yourself. What do you got to say?
If I'm being honest, I have a lot to say about friendship.
You're like, I hate everyone. Except me. Me and
I
have a
don't
great
have any
friendship.
friends. Oh, besides Angela.
I'm your friend. You have a lot of friends.
I said besides Angela.
Yeah.
No, I do have a lot of friends. And I enjoy that. I think I have a lot of acquaintances.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would say a medium amount of friends, and then a small amount of close friends.
College is like a breeding ground for acquaintances. It's ridiculous, especially if you live on campus. You're acquainted.
Or if you're in Greek life, or if you're an RA, you see your residents, but it's you're not really friends with them.
Or fellow
RAs
that you're not friends with.
Right. And even though Laverne was such a small campus, I guess that made it easier to have a bunch of acquaintances.
Right.
Because you would see them more often and just be like, hey, how are you?
And you feel like you have this boatload of friends, but in reality it's just you pass 10 people and everybody who is passing at the same time.
Right. But honestly, friendships have been something I've struggled with recently. Or I have been struggling with recently.
Talk about it.
In some of my friendships, I feel like the effort isn't being reciprocated. And I really am of the school of thought that, it's a two-way street. I can't just keep giving, and you not return anything,
Mm-hmm.
And so, I'm struggling with, do I say something to that person? Do I just forget about it and stop putting in effort myself? Do I just kind of cut it off and I'm whatever, phase it out?
What do you think is the healthiest option for you? What would put the weight off of your shoulders if you can get the exact thing you want right now?
I think honestly, when I really think about it, I saw this Instagram thing today, and I think I put it on my story because I hope I can find it easily, because it was very that's the tea.
What is it?
I didn't. I sent it to somebody though.
Okay, we'll look it up.
It says you need to hang out with people who fit your future, not your history.
Not your history. I believe that to the full effect.
So I feel
but there's history behind friendships that matter too. That's a kind of heavy quote.
There is, but I think this sounds very harsh, but if it's if they no longer serve your purpose in life, then what's the point of keeping them around just because you've known them for a while?
Yeah, and I don't even think it's the whole you're intentionally leaving people behind. It's more just that's the way it happens.
Right, that's the course of some friendships. I know I'll be friends with you for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
We may not
have a weekly podcast with each other, which I hope we will, to an extent.
That'll be fun. We'll be famous.
With my hair!
It doesn't look bad.
Okay, I succumbed to the COVID hair styling at home. So if you guys have something to say about my hair, Remember the episode about body positivity, okay? And be kind. But whatever. I'm working towards fixing it. But anyway, I'm sorry. We're gonna be friends forever.
Yeah.
Ah,
And then some are like, okay, it's a good run, but then priorities change, people change,
mm-hmm,
life situations change, and that's not a bad thing. Things just, life changes. Always. It's always changing.
mm-hmm.
So,
And right now, you saying that you don't have any friends. It
I was
may
just
be
kidding.
true that you don't have hella people like hanging out with you as much as we did before. And it doesn't mean they don't have friends anymore. But give it a year or two and your life can be completely different. And that's the thing with friendships too. It's like I love looking back like 2 years ago or 3 years ago when you're like, I would have never imagined that me and you would be friends right here talking.
I know.
And 3 years from now it's gonna be a totally different but same situation. And that's the fun thing about friends. What's a healthy friendship? That's something that the suggestion wanted us to really talk about. But you think it's people who are pushing you towards your future. From the quote, I think that's where we
Um,
went.
to an extent, yeah.
Mm.
I think it's about being supportive in all aspects, being non-judgmental, respecting your ideas,
I have a question.
and also, yeah, sorry, what?
No, finish your thought and then I'll ask the
Oh,
question.
okay. I was just gonna say also like, um, giving, like I was gonna say giving what you receive, but I think in all friendships there's gonna be some times where one person gives more than the other. But I think if it's an equal balance of that, like okay, sometimes it's equal, sometimes this person's giving a little more because this one's not, this one's stressed or this one
Mm-hmm.
is super busy and can't make the effort, and then sometimes it's the opposite way. Like I think that's okay, but if it's kind of like this
All the
and this
time.
person's always giving the effort and then this guy's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna be chill because I know this other person's gonna make the effort, then that's not fair and it's hurting that person
Yeah.
sometimes. But what was your question?
Have you ever been the friend that's neglected someone? But the crazy thing is we don't even know for that friend because sometimes the people who aren't in your life anymore, you wouldn't even realize that they like walked away if that's the way it was.
Mm-hmm.
If they were putting in a bunch of effort and then I wasn't putting in the effort, they would walk away and I wouldn't
Right.
even know. And that's just also the cycle of life. Is I've also realized that I have been I could be a bad friend. Everybody can. So
I mean, yeah, I think there's always times, but like I said, like it equals out. Or it should equal out. Like there's gonna be times when you don't, like you're not in the mood to talk or you can't talk. And that other
mm-hmm.
person's just like texting you or calling you or whatever it is, like trying to start something and you're just like, I can't or I'm busy or whatever.
Especially with COVID. I really been feeling so bad because I don't feel like talking to anybody. I mean,
Right.
it just feels different.
Mm-hmm. Well, because this is more like yeah, we're just talking, but this is like
I
we're
feel like I'm
creating something.
accomplishing something. Yeah.
Right. It's not just like, oh, let me text you. What are you doing? Oh, I'm sitting on my couch. What are you doing? Oh, I'm sitting on my couch.
For small
Okay.
talk, I can't. I can't.
Because it's like I have not done anything different really
Mm-hmm.
since we've started quarantine. Like the first couple months I was working, but I still worked at home. And then now I'm not working.
Yeah,
But I
there's no
still,
events. There's no tea.
right, there's no like, oh, I hung out with this person
There's
and
no texts
this
that
is
are
what
like,
happened.
bitch.
I went like wine tasting with
So and
whoever.
so,
Like
like,
there's
guess
nothing
who
fun to
texted me? Guess
say.
who I saw today? Like, no, everyone's in their house. Or if they do go out there with their mom, it's like there's no real
I'm always with
tea.
my
I was
mom.
with my mom.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just
Being friends with your mom. Great. Sometimes
that's a
annoying.
yeah.
Sometimes amazing. I love my
Yeah.
mom so much.
When I move away, I'm going to miss my mom.
But I definitely want to move away.
Me too.
Just because I want to feel like I'm older. Not older,
Yeah.
but like, I don't want to live at home forever because I don't want to be a failure.
Yep.
There's like like a doom about it. And I was just thinking about how society makes it seem like if you stay with your parents for super long that like you're not successful, which is so sad.
Yeah, that's a whole other episode we can talk
Bruh.
about. Feeling like a failure.
Imposter syndrome. I have that. I just got a new internship and I feel like I like get so stressed every day, like in my throat, that I'm gonna mess up. Making friends in the workplace is a whole thing too. It's like you're like, please like me.
I had one friend at my last job.
Work friends are the best.
Granted, all the other people I worked with were old and the worst, but she was such a good friend. I still talk to her, and she's starting a new job, and I'm really happy for her.
What makes a good friend to you? Blonde front tips.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
White headphones,
Wow.
a record player in the back. Or, in her room. I just think somebody, because, okay, she and I have the relationship that, like, she'll text me, but if I don't feel like replying, or, like, if I can't reply, or even sometimes accidentally if I open it on my watch and then forget to reply, like we've probably been having the same conversation that could have lasted 10 minutes for the past, like, week and a half. But I don't expect her to text me back right away, you know? And I don't think I expect that with a lot of my friends. I do think sometimes, like, if you're going to text me and start a conversation and I reply right away, maybe don't.
I feel like it depends
stop.
on how urgent it is.
Well, I just think, like,
go ahead.
If you're going to start the conversation, like, if I'm going to text you and be like, oh my God, guess what?
And then you don't
or something
reply.
like that. And then you reply right away and you're like, what? And then I don't say anything. Like, I could have just waited. Like, maybe I'm busy, whatever. Like, and that's fine. But I could have just waited until I was able to have that conversation with you.
Yeah. And then
You know
being a friend is like, let's say you're upset for that time where they're not replying back to you. And then your friend be like, I'm so sorry. Something unexpected happened to where I couldn't reply. Being a good friend to forgive that situation too. And being like, oh, it's okay. But if it's like so repetitive, and that's the person.
And it's like kind of like,
fool me once, shame on you.
Can't get fooled again. Fool me twice.
Okay, queen.
Can't get fooled again. Look at my new sticker on my water bottle. Black
Lives Matter.
It came with my birth control.
Girl, I'm so tired of these people trying to say that.
That's a whole other episode too.
All the argument against Black Lives Matter is like, it's not that serious.
No.
Like,
it's not.
Do you care about people feeling safe? That's all it is.
Are you asking? Oh, I was like, are you asking?
No, it's just people who are like, I don't understand. Or people who are like, all lives matter. Bruh. It's not that serious. It's just a movement against police brutality. And then some. You know, it does dive into more, but it's just like,
just calm down.
Calm down. If you're saying I don't get it, like, why would they choose that name, blah, blah, blah. Well, take a second to understand it. Because it's obviously not created and so popular because it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Raw.
Raw.
That's hot.
That's hot.
Megan Thee Stallion said that she uses Revlon lip gloss, and I went to Target and I looked for Revlon lip gloss. I couldn't find any, but I found this one. It's like tinted. And now I like...
Do you like it?
I love it. I wish it was a clear one, but I also...
I have a clear one.
Like it when my lips don't feel dry, and I don't have chapstick. Mm-hmm. You have a clear one? A Revlon one?
No. I got it at Ulta.
Oh. Ulta. Bruh.
Okay, Queen. What do you think of friendships? What do you...
Well, right now, this time in my life, I've been really on my grind. And I've been doing, just really trying to distract myself from the impending doom on the outside happening right now that I'm scared of with COVID. And how my senior year of college is going to be pretty much online. And my plans that I was dealing with before all got canceled and like coping with that. And then
Mhm.
now, like I've trying to be keeping myself busy. Like I said, I'm doing the podcast. I just got an internship. Like things are going good for me. But like I've been focused and I haven't really like been checking in or replying to my friends as much as I've been focusing on like keeping myself busy or like my career. And it's not really a
Right.
career, but you know what I mean? Like
I mean, it's part.
it's part.
This podcasting is some people's careers.
Yeah.
It could turn into ours if we get some sponsors.
Bonds. Every time, how come when I'm home alone, I can riff? And then as soon as I get in front of someone, have you seen that TikTok that was like, I'm gonna do the run from Beyonce's Halo? And then as soon as it's go, she like runs away.
No, but that sounds funny.
Anyway. Yeah, I feel like I'm not being the best friend right now, but I feel like a lot of people aren't. But that's just me being down on myself because of COVID. And I feel like a lot of people don't have anything to say. Or it's just such a weird time. I dyed my hair.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I got bangs. Do I use them? No.
I haven't kissed a boy in months. And I know that's so dumb. I haven't kissed anybody.
That's not dumb.
But that was like part of my life here.
What I'm like the whole balancing thing, like maybe you're not being the best friend at the moment, but like I feel like you were before. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I personally am not like, God, Angela sucks.
I don't think you suck.
Like she's not replying to me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like maybe some of your other friends do feel that way, but it's like changes, man. Changes.
And I feel like if people are my real friend and like confront me about not being there, I'm like, look, we're in COVID, girl. I have nothing to say. I've been editing my cover letter. I'm sorry. I didn't reply to you, girl.
Right.
And I haven't. No, I don't sit and edit. I mean, sometimes you just want to watch, TikToks on YouTube and chill.
Yeah, don't.
And like,
or on TikTok.
I feel like talking to people can be draining. And some people need to talk 24/7.
Yeah.
Small talk. And that's another thing why I kind of like don't want to be in a relationship because it is kind of talking 24/7. Because I
think about that all the time. I'm like, what am I going to say to this person? Like, I don't want you to talk to me all the time. Yeah. Please don't talk to
Especially
me
if you make me mad or I'm uncomfortable or something like, I just have no time or like no... You
just don't have the mental capacity.
I still live with my mom. That's how I feel. I still live with my mom. I'm not going to be texting you all the time. I need to get out of here. I don't understand.
No, I feel like I don't have the mental capacity
to sit on FaceTime and just watch someone like play video games or whatever people do. Some people will just FaceTime to just sit and not talk. No, hang up with me.
Don't.
I need to watch.
Yeah, I'd rather just be watching TV. Scandal.
Because we're artsy people. We need to be inspired. If we're just sitting in a blankness.
I need to be alone. That's what I need. Because I'm not used to, I told my mom on the way home from our trip. I was like, I think one night I'll just check into a hotel by myself.
That's a whole mood.
And she was like, why? And I was like, because I want to be alone and I want to be able to do whatever I want to do and like be loud, which I probably won't. I'll literally probably do the same thing I do here, which is sit in my room and watch TV. But there's other people around still.
Yeah.
You know? And like I can't watch it on the big TV in the living room because there's other people and like I can't have it super loud and like I also sleep really well in hotel beds, but that's beside the point. But like I just feel like you can't get mad at me. Like don't be mad at me for like wanting my alone time. But then on the flip side, like I don't know, I think there has to be the same level of effort the majority of the time. And if there's really just like no effort, even if it's like I text you once a month, but you only text me once a year, like that's not fair. Why am I going to be your friend? Why do I want to be your friend? Yeah. That's not really a friend, that's also an acquaintance, but whatever. But I know some
your
of
boss.
My friendships...
If I email you at 2, you better email me right back.
at 2:01.
Okay, Kyle.
But I have like, I know like some of my friendships, like I don't expect us to talk every day. I don't expect any of my friends to talk to me every day. I don't expect, like, there's some that I'm like, oh yeah, we probably talk at least once a week, like a little bit. But then like there's some friends I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll text them like once a month. But then I know they'll text me like once a month, and that's our relationship. But I think too, like another thing that I was struggling with is like before in this friendship, like we used to talk all the time, and like we hung out more and like all that stuff. But now it's like if I don't initiate a hangout, or if I don't initiate a conversation, it doesn't happen. And I'm tired.
And that's
I'm tired
unhealthy.
of it.
That's when you just need to walk away. Don't be afraid to walk away.
And
I think we are such good friends because we love to be alone at the same time too. And we kind of have similar situations because we both kind of act the same in those type of things.
Oh, you and me together are good friends.
Right.
I thought you meant like we're good friends to other people because we like to be.
Well,
alone.
I don't think you can. I can't say that I'm a good friend because I'm not my own friend. I think I'm a good friend.
No, I know I'm a good friend. I don't think I know. Because
my argument is I don't think you can say that you're a good friend unless your friend says that you're a good friend.
I would say
you think I think I'm a good friend, but do I know? I don't know. I've never been my friend. Okay. Like I've never met myself.
Okay, fine. I think I'm a good friend. I'm like 98% sure I'm a good friend.
As your friend, I think you're a good friend.
Thanks. And as your friend, you're all right. I'm kidding.
That's not true.
You're a good friend.
Have you said I was not all right, dude? I've had some toxic friends. I definitely have, who are like rude, and have like made me emotionally question my existence.
When they do that, is that when you're like, okay, I'm out?
Well,
and do you tell them like I'm out, or do you just phase it out and you just slowly stop talking?
He was so mean to me. For my 16th birthday, my mom made me like a scrapbook of people who I love, and they wrote a letter to me, and she put it in a book for me. It was like unbelievably nice.
I wish I knew you. I would have had like a really good letter.
I know. I wish I could update it. But like some of my high school friends, and one of my friends who got put in the book wrote like 2 sentences, and it was like, "You're all right sometimes, I guess." He was so mean to me, and it wasn't like he wasn't trying to be funny. He was like, "I just didn't know what to write." He was so mean.
Ew.
He would like ignore me for days on end if I did one thing that like irritated him, and he would just ignore me. He was rude.
We don't like that.
We don't like that. And like you have to go through bad friends to know your standards of like what to expect in your future. Have you had friends in the past? Well, yeah, obviously we've talked about it. It's just like toxic friends and relationships that like build your boundaries for the future. Boundaries. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to say about friendships?
What's your favorite part of friendships?
Laughter. I think I've had some of the best laughs and jokes, and like I think just the support. I've had some support from friends and their family more than sometimes my own. And I think that like being able to be adopted into a family, or like have a friend that makes you like have your gut be crushed because you're laughing so much, like that's what I strive for. If I have a friend who makes me laugh on end, and we could do similar things together, and their family accepts me, that's my favorite thing about friends. What's your favorite thing about friends?
That's a lot.
One thing, I guess, laughter. I said kidding. Laughter.
I'm kidding.
Then I got deep.
I would probably say laughter too, but since I don't want to copy you, because that's like a cop out.
No, that's not copy. That's why we love each other.
I do love laughter. You know I love laughter.
We've laughed together.
Honeybee.
Honeybee. I don't even know how to explain that to people. But that's
I know, they
that
don't
is
get it.
exactly. And I think our listeners know that when you can say one word to your friend, honeybee, and know exactly what that means in that moment, and that laugh, and the context, and the
And you're
drama,
like,
and you're like,
that's the ticket.
that's the best. Have
I
your
also really just like talking.
Yeah. Being able to get deep with your friends is important. Deep talks.
Yeah. Because I've been realizing that too. Like, who do I really just tell everything to and feel comfortable telling everything to?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have very many of that.
I have like 3 people I tell everything to, and you're one of the 3.
Me too.
Like, no, everything. My deepest, darkest things that I like shouldn't, I shouldn't go to heaven for. Like, I can ruin people's lives. Yeah.
Me too.
That's the best thing ever.
Yeah. And especially when like, one of my friends who we're not friends anymore, even though it's kind of sad because I thought she and I would be like besties for life. But then after my freshman year, sophomore year of college, like, she just kind of stopped talking to me. And I was kind of sad about it. I didn't meet her in college. I met her in high school, but she stopped talking to me, and it was really sad, and I tried to make an effort. And, like, I still text her on her birthday and stuff, but she just doesn't reply. And so maybe when you said earlier, you were like, oh, have you ever been that friend? Like, maybe that's why she stopped talking to me. But I really do, I feel like I made an effort to still...
And sometimes
like,
you'll never know.
Talk to her. Right. But a long time ago, she gave me a little, like, those wooden cutout things with sayings on them? It's like a decorative thing.
Yeah.
It was one of those. It was like a little cube. And it said, we'll always be best friends because you know too much about me. Which, we're not best friends anymore, but...
But you had that sticker?
Yeah, it was like a little wood, like, cutout thing that I had on my desk.
That's the best.
But that's what you're talking about. It's like, you know everything about me.
And I think getting to know your friend's family is also a good thing.
Yeah. I also think, like, when they do know everything about you, you're confident that they're not going to tell anyone.
Yeah. And that's a lot of trust.
Mm-hmm.
It's things that I know I couldn't even tell my significant other. Like, my friends know about me.
Mm-hmm.
They experienced with me, too, even.
Right.
Those club nights, honey.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time to start.
Be a good friend, people. Be understanding. Be trustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
Put in effort.
And even if someone did trust
as you can give.
I think no matter how much someone may mess up, don't ever, like, break that trust if you have the power to. Like, just because someone hurt you doesn't mean you need to go tell their business to everybody now to get back at them.
Right.
Because that's not nice. But you never know. I might be in a situation where I tell someone, like, revenge.
I know.
You never know. Girl, my carpet keeps going up. L'Oreal. Deal. Bye. Jill.
J'adore.
J'adore.
Bye.
Dior.
Dior.
I love that commercial.
I do
Jill.
too.
Bye. Deal. My cousin texts me. Always. Everybody and their mama wants me to babysit. Babysit your kids. During COVID. Well, your mic just literally blew up. You'll see. You'll hear the audio. No, I don't have anything else. Everything I have is going to be saved for parte 2.
Alrighty, well, that's it. Thanks for watching. Comment down below your favorite part of friendship or what you think makes a good friend.
And you know what? I've had so many good friends. Childhood friends who I'd spend the night with and laugh till the early morn. I'll have those friends for life.
Me too.
It's been a lot.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright. Catch you on that flippity flop for part 2.
See you next week when we're in the same outfit. Okay, bye.